Hi, I'm Specialist Charlie Maib, and welcome to Cav Country. Today, we'll go out to the mean streets of Baghdad, take a trip to an oil rig, and go out on Operation Arrowhead Strike 6. But first, some news bites from around Baghdad. Recently, the commander of Multinational Division Baghdad in the 1st Cavalry Division, Major General Joseph F. Fill, Jr., spoke via satellite with the Pentagon Press Corps about the situation in and around the Baghdad area. He was frank with the reporters, and here is what he had to say.
It's been almost 3 months to the day since the 1st Cavalry Division assumed responsibility for this headquarters and the M&D Baghdad mission, and a lot has happened in that short amount of time. The province of An-Najaf was turned over to Iraqi control, and the plan to bring security to Baghdad was revised significantly, most notably with the standing up of the Baghdad Operational Command and the influx of thousands more Iraqi and U.S. soldiers to the effort here. This new plan involves 3 basic parts: clear, control, and retain. The first objective within each of the security districts in the Iraqi capital is to clear out extremist elements, neighborhood by neighborhood, in an effort to protect the population. And after an area is cleared, we'll move into what we call the control operation. Together with our Iraqi counterparts, we'll maintain a full-time presence on the streets. And we'll do this by building and maintaining joint security stations throughout the city. We'll know when we're succeeding when the levels of violence are reduced. Our soldiers here remain committed to this mission, to help Iraqis realize their full potential. And our nation has made a huge commitment in terms of resources, but more importantly by sending its sons and daughters, husbands and wives, here to assist and to fight as necessary. I'm extremely proud, as you all should be, of the dedication, the service, and the sacrifice of our nation's finest. And some have made the ultimate sacrifice. We'll be forever indebted to them and never forget their devotion to duty.
Multinational Division Baghdad troops are currently involved in a house-by-house, block-by-block clearing of areas of northern Baghdad. Now, inside this larger operation was a smaller mission called Operation Arrowhead Strike 6. Army Sergeant Stephen Roach went out on that mission, and here's what he saw.
Soldiers from the 3rd Stryker Brigade continued operations in Baghdad this week. Operation Arrowhead Strike 6 is part of the new Baghdad security plan. Soldiers from the 1st Battalion, 23rd Infantry Regiment conducted knock-and-search operations yesterday in the Sahab and Ur districts of the capital city.
Basically, this is the start of the Baghdad security plan. It's our first phase in clearing this area, and denying the AIF freedom of maneuver, while another unit can come in and actually take over and take charge of this place so they can run 24/7 operations and hopefully keep the security in this neighborhood.
Stroud went on to say that soldiers of his platoon have cleared over 250 houses in 2 days.
It's quite a toll on the soldiers because we're doing a lot of walk around, talking to people, and it's all day. I mean, we're going out here from like 16 hours, and basically from early in the morning to late at night, as you can see right now. You can hear the prayers going on, but it does take a toll. But at the same time, it does work though, because the enemy goes to ground, and it works.
Operation Arrowhead Strike 6 started last week and is still ongoing. Sergeant Stephen Roach, 7th IMPAD, Baghdad.
Soldiers are always looking out for one another. Army Sergeant Jesse Granger spent some time on a rooftop in eastern Baghdad with some soldiers that are taking looking out for each other to a whole new level.
The first shot is a warning. The next one, if necessary, will be aimed to kill. For the soldiers manning this observation post in East Baghdad, a moment's hesitation could mean imminent danger for their comrades.
It really makes their job a lot easier because anything could happen. IEDs can be placed in really any amount of time depending on how long and what it is.
An explosion in the distance grabs the soldiers' attention. It's too far away for them to have prevented it, but it serves as a reminder.
A lot of black smoke.
That anything can happen at any time.
There's a lot of travel by the coalition forces on that intersection. So if we weren't there and they just had free reign of that intersection, that would be an ideal spot for them to set up IEDs.
Scanning an entire cityscape for suspects can be tiring, but these soldiers know the harder they work up here, the less they'll have to worry about something happening down there. As their shift nears its end, the soldiers prepare a hard-earned meal. No casualties are reported in the area, and today, these troops know their hard work has paid off. Sergeant Jesse Granger, 7th MPAD, Baghdad, Iraq.
Coming up, we'll take a trip to an oil rig and then go out to the mean streets of Baghdad. One of the big efforts here in Iraq is to get the economy back on track. Now, Iraq has two main exports. One is dates. The other, no surprise, is oil. Troy Roland from the Army Corps of Engineers Baghdad office went out to an oil rig to see what it's going to take to get the oil flowing.
This is the Bazra Oil Terminal, or ABOT. It's one of the two terminals located off the coast of Iraq. Presently, ABOT is doing its job. However, the terminal has seen better days.
This platform has been here for a while, and a lot of the parts have degraded over time, especially during the embargo, and then subsequently through different conflicts between Iraq and Iran. The platform's been damaged a number of times. So what we're doing is bringing it up to standards so that they can export oil safely. So there's additional work to be done after we're finished to bring it up to international standards. But the work we're doing allows them to safely export oil with the minimum standards to operate without loss of life or without safety risk to the workers up here, and without risking the equipment due to explosion or anything else.
When the work is complete repairs and upgrades, the terminal's capabilities will vastly improve, adding to the viability and infrastructure of the nation of Iraq. Currently, the Corps of Engineers has a projected completion time frame of mid-spring. Reporting for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Public Affairs Office, I'm Troy Roland.
One of the biggest nuisances to soldiers out here on the roads in Iraq is something you probably find a nuisance as well: potholes. Army Sergeant Holly Jensen went out with some soldiers whose job it is to identify potholes and smooth things over.
Potholes. Ugh. Everyone hates them, but Operation Road Warrior put the guys of the 1st Squadron, 89th Cavalry Regiment out on the streets of Baghdad to take care of this problem.
Well, it's just real simple. Concrete in the mixer. We come out here, pour the concrete in the hole. Sometimes we light the hole on fire just to help us out to dry the hole a little bit faster. Or we just sit providing overwash for the hole for a few hours. As soon as the hole is 99% dry, we paint the ID for the unit and then we leave.
In all, the mission took less than 25 minutes to complete.
It's something that I like to do because my other brother platoon leaders and platoon sergeants, they see it as, they come to me and say, hey, you know, we appreciate that you filled that hole. Like 2 days ago, we got hit in that same hole. So in that part, I feel good because my brothers are feel a little bit safer when the hole is fixed.
Some say the road to success is never smooth. The guys from 189 Cav are doing their best to change that every day. Sergeant Holly Jensen, 7th MPAD, Baghdad.
Well, that does it for this week. If you liked what you saw and you want to see more, you can always go to www.cavcountry.net and check out things like Cross Sabers, our newspaper, or even the Cav Roundup. That's our radio show. Well, I'm Specialist Charlie Maib, and from all of us here at Cav Country, good luck and Godspeed.